Harper and Harper Audio present Inkbound, Meticulous Jones and the Skull Tattoo by Philippa Leathley. Performed by Ell Potter. A note before we begin. Don't forget to download the accompanying enhancement PDF from your audiobook provider. It contains an index of common fates. For my magnificent mum, and my marvellous goddaughters, Iris and Nancy. Chapter 1. Darkwell. There was something wrong with Metty's ticket. She inspected it for the 100th time while the train thrummed around her and snaked through the tunnels of the London Underground. She had to squint to read the letters at the top. Darkwell, they said in a dangerous purple shimmer. But there was no such place. Frowning, Metty turned the ticket over and checked the back. The small print was hard to decipher, not that it mattered. She'd spent hours poring over maps of the Underground, using her finger to trace all the colourful routes. She knew them by heart, and she'd never seen any place called Darkwell. And now their train was racing toward the end of the line. They were quickly running out of stations. Metty jumped as the captain let out a mighty snore, drawing disapproving looks from the other passengers. She glanced at her father. He was slumped against the window, fast asleep, with his arms crossed and a trilby hat pulled low to cover his eyes. Anyone would think he hadn't rested in days, but the captain always seemed exhausted. Their housekeeper said he'd spent too many years in the Navy being rocked to sleep by the churning ocean, and that he'd forgotten how to live on dry land. Metty was about to prod him when a speaker crackled above her head. "The next station is Aldgate, where this train terminates. Please take your belongings with you when you leave." "Captain," she whispered, jabbing her father. "Captain, wake up!" He snorted awake, sitting up so violently that he almost lost his hat. His deep brown eyes, puffy with tiredness, swept over the carriage, then found Metty beside him. "What happened? Are we there yet?" "We're at Aldgate," she said, as the train chugged into the station. She arched her eyebrows, giving him an exasperated look. "It's the end of the line." "Not for us." The captain yawned and settled back again. "But the voice on the speaker said, 'Look, everyone's getting off.'" "Don't worry about what they're all doing. None of them are going where we are." "You mean Darkwell Station?" Metty said in a doubtful voice. "That's the one." "But there's no such place." "How do you know?" said the captain, eyeing her thoughtfully. "Because I've never seen it, and it's not on any maps." A smile stretched across her father's face as he sat up again and leaned forward, resting his elbows on his thighs. "Fact is, my darling, the most interesting places never are, and I can see that upsets you terribly." He chuckled and bumped Metty under the chin. "Now hold on to your seat. Tightly." "Why?" she said with a twinge of nerves. "Because I believe we're about to set off." Metty had only just grabbed the nearby pole running from the floor to the ceiling when a metallic squeal echoed outside, followed by a rumble that sent shivers through the entire train. It sounded as if something were tearing up the tracks in front of them. Metty winced and hunched her shoulders toward her ears, willing the noise to stop. At last, the rumbling faded, and she twisted around to look through the window. She couldn't see anything apart from the platform and a set of stairs leading up to the street. By then, all the other passengers had disappeared, leaving just her and the captain inside the train. The speaker whirred above her head again. "The next station is Darkwell." Her father grimaced as though bracing himself for something unpleasant. "This bit always makes me want to throw up," he said. Then, seeing Metty's horrified expression,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?